Hi, my name is Jobby and Cang Toys. What the fuck? Not that the Cang Toys BRONTOSOLID is bad. It's just that I noticed certain issues with this Dinobot while playing with it on my second channel, Jobby. Do like, comment, subscribe. That makes me think twice about their previous and future Dinobots. So what is it about this third-party sludge that pisses me the frick off? Certainly not the box, gorgeous as always. And it's certainly not these boxes from Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co., the sponsors of this video. Tokyo Treat is a fun Japanese subscription snack box that ships worldwide and is filled with rare Japanese candy, Japanese chips, noodles, and more of the latest Japanese treats. Tokyo Treat's theme for November is Fuji Fall Snackscape. The theme changes month by month, which is also the case for Sakura Co., a monthly Japanese artisan snack box that supports local snack makers filled with more traditional Japanese snacks like mochi, wagashi, and Japanese tea. Melon hojicha in this case. And you always get one piece of special Japanese tableware. For this month, you get the Saga Shippo plate. You could put your weave. Sakura Co.'s theme for November is Wonders of Nagano. And if you don't know what Nagano is, me neither. You get a cultural guide booklet in both boxes that features snack details, allergen information, and fun insights about Japanese culture. So use my code JOBBY to get $5 off your first Tokyo Treat order and $5 off your first Sakura Co. order. Click the link in the description or scan these QR codes to experience Japan from the comfort of your own home. And this box features all of the random Cang Toys goodies you've come to expect. A pair of cards, one normal and one lenticular. A large lenticular card, the instructions, and the figure itself, which, despite my downer of an intro, has amazing painting and sculpting. Cang Toys continues to knock it out of the Jurassic Park when it comes to their mechanical design. But at this point, we're so far removed from Transformers that it's not even fair to call this a third-party sludge. The head sculpt isn't exactly G1 accurate, but it looks great, if a bit lifeless, which is made up for by some excellent light piping, thanks to the entire back half of the head being clear plastic, just like Landbull. So what the hell happened with Breakhorn? Wouldn't we all like to know? The original G1 design also did not have such prominent kibble. And I'm not complaining at all. It's a unique and intimidating element that gives the figure a distinct silhouette, and it's giving me a haptism. Hello? Despite these obvious dino bits, the back is clean. Maybe even too clean, looks empty. To fill it in, you get this chunk of plastic that can be attached to these chunks of plastic. Look carefully and you'll see some fingies you already know. And this whole thing slots into the back, which would be a brilliant form of weapon storage if it worked. These finger pods are just too chunky to be held up by only one point of connection, which is also the case for the figure's giant hammer. Why, it's Amy Rose, of course. Undeniably awesome weapon, if you could actually hold it. Why do all of these Cang Toys Dinobots have a pathetic bitch grip? Maybe his gauntlets are better at holding it? This looks sick. It also feels sick. Like, actually disease. What the fuck? How are these not ratchet joints? There's also a peg here where you can potentially plug the hammer into. Don't even bother. Haven't even mentioned the single tiny tab that connects the gauntlets to the arm. They haven't snapped on me yet, but if I'm not extremely careful, they will. Oh, slag they will. It's like Breakhorn fell apart as soon as I stopped filming. I wasn't even that rough with it. You've seen it. Check out that video if you haven't seen it. Also, if you're gonna give us these epic, oversized weapons, why wouldn't you do everything in your Chinese witchcraft power to make sure that the figure can actually hold them? It's completely possible. For example, the Soul of Chogokin Gurren Lagann has a dedicated stand to display the Giga Drill Break, and Cang Toys is no stranger to separate stand arms. You know things are bad when I'm using Bandai as a positive example. And the Pose plus Gaogai Gar has the dividing driver, which can easily be held up vertically thanks to tight shoulder ratchets and the driver's lightweight construction. Remember that review? Oh.
But Jobby! Those are pricey premium figures! How could you possibly expect a small third party to match that quality of engineering?
Oh. Links in the description. Thanks to the show's e-store and Cang Toys for giving me this free sample. I really appreciate the generosity, but that doesn't mean I'll be generous with my ass blasting. I guess I would be generous with the ass blasting. I'm giving you a lot of it. Maybe his second pair of arms can hold things more effectively. Why do I even have to ask that? Of course, we could just leave it here.
Yes.
And here we have the, I'll just call it the Asura Mode. How the dinosaur kibble converts into proportionate robot arms is genius. And they actually have ratchet joints. The outward movement doesn't, but it's super tight and squeaky, which means that they can hold up the hammer for about 2 seconds. His grip is still bitch. And you can attach the gauntlets. Bitch! You can still plug them into the default arms, but because of that looseness, it's a potential recipe for disaster. Brilliant idea, subpar execution. Also, those ratcheted shoulders do not plug in. When's my execution? You have to push down on the entire shoulder assembly every time you want to rotate them, just like Turhal. So nice they did it twice.
But Jobby! It's not that big of a deal! Just push the shoulder down, you fucking fat—
No.
What?
No. Is it too much to ask for Cang Toys to lock in? The butt skirt doesn't lock in. The shoulders don't lock in. The thumb— What's so wrong with pegs and tabs and pegs and tabs and pegs and tabs and pegs and tabs? It's super frustrating because this guy is so close to playability perfection. Brontosolid is mostly solid, but all of those issues are preventing me from fully enjoying his poseability. Ball joint at the head. Every ball joint can be a swivel. Hinge joint at the base of the neck, if you want to count it, allows the neck to look up that far and look down that far. This looks more like a part that should have plugged in. Shoulder pads extend. Hinge joint and swivel here. Full 360 rotation at the shoulder. The dinosaur kibble, or back arms if you prefer, have a hinge joint, hinge joint, hinge joint. Previously mentioned ratchet joint. Not the smartest design choice to have a ratchet joint on top of a strut. You just gotta hold it in place as you rotate it. Hinge joint, ball joint. This arm moves out. Biceps swivel, bend at the elbow. Hinge joint, hinge joint, hinge joint, ball joint here. And a hinge joint, ball joint at the dino head. We'll talk about this hinge joint later. I can't right now. Same amount of of articulation for the tail, but replace that ball joint with another hinge joint and a hinge joint at the tip. Ah, shit. Arm moves out. Again, why? Bicep swivel, double bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, hinge joint, ball joint at the thumb. Fuck you. Ball joint at the base of each finger, and a hinge joint at all of the fingers, individually articulated, some side to side at the torso, and an ab crunch. And despite how good this feels now, may want to be careful with it. We'll get into that shortly. Waist swivel, 2 hinge joints at the side skirt, swivel here. Front skirts move up with an additional hinge joint. Butt skirt moves up, swivel here. And it unfolds so easily because nothing locks in. His hips can shift down, which allows for a high kick. Can't move back that far. He's got a beautiful spread, which is on a ratchet joint. Thigh swivel, bend at the knee. It's actually a double bend, but only the top joint of the knee is a ratchet joint, while the bottom is this friction joint. Both of these joints should have been ratchet joints. The foot untabs, but that's not a piece of articulation. That's just a faulty tab, motherfucker. Give that a nice push. Ankle moves down, swivel here, toe moves out, but that's for the transformation. Why doesn't it lock in somehow? Toe bend, and a pretty good pivot. Poseability here is pretty good, but forget about replicating the box art. Fuck off. And who knows how long this will last, considering what happened to his oldest brother. Stegsero, the first Cang Toys Dinobot that I loved so much, did not withstand the ravages of time.
But Jobby, you must have been handling it like an ape.
Unfortunately, due to my limited display space, I repackage most figures I review, which means for over a whole year, I did not touch him. And then I barely handled him for my previous Dinobot videos. I just can't help but expect the same fate for Brontosolid, since they have similar joint construction. They're both leg bots after all. With all the die-cast metal parts on this guy, you'd think they could spare some for such a critical joint. Or better yet, ratchet joints, motherfucker! Guys, comparison time. Here's Fingmamatic Economy, Haya Toys Godzilla, the Magic Square Light of Peace, not Optimus Prime. God, I miss you. My previous review, the Haya Toys Heisei King Ghidorah and Godzilla, and my other Cang Toys Dinobots. Man, I can't deny that these look great together, but my excitement for these figures is slowly fading away. In addition to all of my complaints, the transformation is a mess, but only because of these consistently terrible instructions. Cang Toys, how do you do it? instructions tell you to attach the backpack through this slot, but that doesn't work. Use the top slot. The instructions are wrong. Transformation's actually not too bad, but the instructions are so bad that I had to rethink my entire filming process. Usually I use the instructions as a storyboard for my transformation sequences, but if the instructions are completely fucked, I'd rather work off a list of steps. Sorry for the delay. Some steps are straight up missing. They never mentioned that you could plug these hip guards into the thighs. Good. If you get this or any Cang Toys figure for yourself, use video instructions. I said it. Anyway, the Sauropod mode is amazing. Looks like Cang Toys saved their pegs and tabs and pegs and tabs and pegs and tabs. For this mode, this chunky boy actually holds together pretty well, both physically and aesthetically. Turhow's Dino Mode looks more and more like a mistake. That proportionate robot mode virtually disappears into the mass of this Brachiosaurus? Apatosaurus? Long neck? Who cares? Dinosaurs aren't real. But because this is a modern Cang toy, there's always something. Why? I tried the super glue fix, squirted a little bit in there, and moved it until there was some actual friction, but it only did so much. Again, it's frustrating because this mode feels close to perfect. He's quite fun to play with and
Perfection is impossible. No matter how good things are going for you, you must always expect to get shit on!
Jesus Christ. I've already covered most of the neck articulation, opening mouth, and in addition to the previously mentioned down and up movement, you get a hinge joint, ball joint to get some side to side. Same thing at the tail. Front legs are exactly the robot mode arms, but now you get a ball joint at the paw. Every ball joint can be. And the back legs have a rotation full 360. This swivel here allows for a decent spread. I should have mentioned that this connection is not the best. Bend at the knee, and the foot is basically the same as the robot mode. Looks like the pivot got worse, actually. Poseability isn't amazing, but it's pretty good for a beast mode. And if you manage to balance the head, you can get some imposing displays out of this tall boy. This Brontosaurus had better be big. Size comparison time. Here's Modica, Godzilla, Prime, and the Dinobots. These dinosaur modes are the main reason why I'm collecting these guys at all, and I'm glad that they look amazing together. But as I let those various connection and stability issues marinate, I become increasingly anxious about the fully combined Volcanicus, whose third-party name is apparently SHURAKING. Not as cool as Thunder King, and I'm not just talking about the name. And the leg mode is a pretty looking limb. Shockingly enough, it's solid. They really just shafted the robot mode when it came to the pegs and tabs and pegs and tabs and pegs and tabs. So regardless of the complaints I had that were legitimate and justified, it feels like the combined form's gonna be alright. Maybe. Nice comparison time. Monica Godzilla Prime and the Dinobots that took way too long to transform. Holy fuck! So with all the bitching and moaning and pissing I've done today, you might think this figure is awful garbage that doesn't deserve the light of Primus. But that's only because you don't actually watch my videos. To this day, everyone says I thought MP44 was terrible. Well, I can't do anything about your lack of a brain. I'll trust you to understand that this figure is not bad, but it's freaking frustrating. I know Cang Toys can do better. We've seen it. So when I cry about the figure not being able to hold his own weapons, or bitch about some parts that don't lock in but should, or point out the instructions are actually Satan's Bible, believe it or not, it's all from a place of love. And I love me some Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. Thanks again for sponsoring the video. I'm still getting all of the Cang Toys Dinobots. We're already 4 figures in, and the last 2 are the ones I'm looking forward to the most. But I can't lie to you or myself. Because of the issues I found with their previous releases, let me retcon them real quick. And her house score stays the same. It's my channel, I can do what I want. Fuck you. It's time to acknowledge November. Never goon.